getting into our next matchup. And spawning in the top right hand corner of Royal Blood, we have the South Korean Protoss player representing Dragon KZ Gaming. Oh, it is herO. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner of Royal Blood, we have as opponent, we have the South Korean Terran player, currently teamless, but he is the ESL Masters runner up. It is GuMiho. I'm just messaging Asher. After what we just saw, I did have to slip into the DMs of Asher, and I need him to watch game 2 of GuMiho versus Jeshi. Because that was wild, Poppy. That was wild. Where we are getting into this, we do see herO immediately going to be scouting his third base locations for a proxy, and I don't blame him, especially considering this was the very map that GuMiho did proxy on. Of course, here on Royal Blood, he had the proxy 111, and herO, he even checks that exact location just to make sure he is safe and sound. He knows who he's playing against. He's playing against GuMiho. He's an animal. He's crazy. So again, it does make plenty of sense. Oh, as across the map, we are going to be going for a Rax expand, so a very economic opener coming out from GuMiho. Nothing too crazy. And yeah, I have to imagine GuMiho's heart is racing after what we just saw, after what just unfolded. He needs to calm down, Poppy. He needs to calm down. After that last series, I mean, I say last series, but GuMiho has been through the TVP ringer. In the upper bracket, he faced off against Creator. Here in the lower bracket, he almost died against Jeshi, and now he's up against herO, best Protoss in the world. Reaper does arrive. He's going to be able to shut down at least one of those probes across the map. GuMiho did go for a Tech Lab first, by the way. This is very peculiar. So we have Marauders in production. Sim very quickly is being produced. A second Rax behind this, and an NG Bay for +1. The hell am I watching? Okay. So we have a bit of a Marauder rush. With this, if herO is active with his first couple, I didn't even know if I can say that. I was gonna say if he's active with his first couple of units, he could be caught out. He could be could end up losing his Adept and his Stalker with these Marauders, but there's no concussive shell. It is going to be a 3 Rax variation, by the way, as the third Rax is on the way. Back at home, herO did go for a Stargate opener into Phoenixes. Looking at the vision here, GuMiho was not able to confirm that, but he's moving out with his first couple of units with his Marauders, with his Reaper, looking to lay siege upon the natural. herO is attempting to get into Phoenix Colossus. GuMiho rocking up with his Marauders, though, is getting ready to push in. Oh, and that one Adept very quickly action out of herO. He does pull back just in time, doesn't take a shot to the face. Marauders, they ignore the pylon, they ignore the Adept, they go straight for the probes. One probe does go down. Going to be looking to deny mining here as well. Down goes a second. What am I watching? Phoenixes do arrive. They're going to be able to shut this down. The Reaper tries to slip into the main base, but no, the wall is a wall. Reaper doesn't make it in. And the Marauders get cleaned up. Now I have to wonder, was that worth it? That was 2 Marauders and a Reaper for 3 probes and an Adept. Marauders, they're quite hefty units, but at least it does keep herO back at home. It does force energy to be wasted on these Phoenixes as well. It also scouts the opener. As the Phoenixes do move out across the map, they get eyes on the 3 Rax. Not just that, the follow-up as well. We are working towards a factory and a starport. Looks like we're going to be hitting it with a Metamax instead. Turrets are done. We do get that full scout going off. And herO is still going to try and get into those Colossi. Unfortunately, they're a little bit delayed. So as a result, herO, he does have to go for the Immortal first. Immortal just to keep him safe and sound, just so he has some units on the ground. As these Marines, they can hit quite hard, quite fast. Until such a time, herO is once again just going to be threatening these bases. Dipping in whenever he can. And as the army moves out, I really worry here for herO. He's got a third base on the way. I don't know if he can hold, but he does force the army to turn back around. That's the goal here. herO needs to buy time. He needs GuMiho to chase these phoenixes. There we go, herO. He wants to try to look as vulnerable, as tempting as possible. Come at me. I'm stuck, step bro. That's the goal anyway here from herO. Force a stim if possible as well. He's going to be able to pick up a couple of Marines. Again, buying more time. First Colossus is about to hit the field. One Phoenix goes down. Bit of an overextension from herO. I love it. The Colossus is kept out of range of the scan. And here we go. We do stim on forward. We chase down the Immortal's force field. Do buy time. Oh, and herO shuts this down. That was beautiful. Hiding the Colossus, baiting the Immortal. The force field, just protecting the entire army. GuMiho throws down a third CC on location. And thankfully, oh, we do have a drop into the main base. Thankfully, herO, he doesn't actually check the third base location. Forced to recall, forced to deal with this. At the same time, the drop does dive into the natural as well. Not too many probes have gone down, but what's important is that we're just keeping herO back at home. GuMiho just continuing to keep the aggression on, sending everything he can at the third base of herO. A third that is going to have a Colossus and a shield battery, to be fair. Oh, we're bleeding out a lot. Medevacs are going down. Oh. GuMiho goes for the scan. He sees the army. He ignores it. He goes straight into the main once again. Behind this, GuMiho, he does get his third up and running. But this is going to be an expensive third base. Oof. As, yeah, these medevacs are going to be going down one after the other. We have another drop here towards the natural, though. This is getting damage done. 12 workers go down. We have Marines in the main, in the natural, and the third base all at once, and herO cannot keep up. 15 probes. An entire mineral line goes down. And we're not done. The medevacs are still alive, by the way. At least one of them is. Oh, I spoke too soon. Medevac does get hunted down. herO cannot focus on his own assault. Pressure is being relieved. And GuMiho has to turn back around. That was a good couple of moments, though. It bought him a lot of time. Enough time to get a pretty big economic lead. He's up to 61 workers. Takes down another Phoenix. herO's pretty all in. He's pretty damn all in with this army. He's going to be juggling his heart out with that Colossi. GuMiho has to be careful. There's no backbone to his army. There's no tanks. There are a couple of mines, though, which will be buying him some time. Oh, God. Oh, as another one of these Colossi are going to be going down. The Prism too far back. The Prism is out of position. Oh, and every single Colossus is going to be going down. With the death of the Colossi, it looks like GuMiho has done it. He is going to be able to hold on and clean this up. We get the surround on the Immortal as well. The Prism is barely going to be able to save it, but herO, his economy's in shambles. His army is in shambles. He has nothing left. Okay, the units tab. He's got 2 Phoenixes, 1 Immortal, and 4 Zealots, and a Dream. But what a dream. Can he bounce back from the brink of defeat? Well, Zealot Runby is going to be buying him some time. It's going to be getting a couple of SCVs, to be fair. It's something. But the army was in position. GuMiho swats this away. herO trying to gather whatever he can. There's Colossi coming out, Phoenixes as well. Ghost does overextend, to be fair. herO making the best out of a bad situation here. Not too bad. Yo, we got a massive warping as well. herO's pretty all in. He's still behind in the army supply, to be fair. It's still going to be difficult pushing into all these Marauders. He's going to try to, though. The boys are being pulled, and we still have too much Terran. We still have too much man with gun on the ground. As the Colossus is forced back. That was the moment. That was it. We see herO juggling his heart out once again. He's trying. No! But there it is. GG gets called, and GuMiho will take game number 1. Oh, GG. The multi-pronged aggression, the drop play of GuMiho was unrelenting. And yeah, that was really well done. Really well done there. Bye, GuMiho. Sorry, I'm just trying to set up the lobby. As we are getting into our next game. Ooh, okay. Here we go. Game 2 is going to be taking place on Ancient Cistern. I found myself the leader of the party. I'm concerned. Oh. So for those wondering, if you're not like native to the region, it actually takes a little bit longer to make lobbies. So just because like the loading, I mean, takes a little bit longer. So I'm always a little bit scared. But here we go. We're getting into our next game and spawning in the top right hand corner of Ancient Cistern. We have the South Korean Protoss player currently down in this series. Oh boy, in this best of 3, we have representing DragonKy Gaming, herO. Best Protoss in the world, up against the wall, up against the ropes, and spawning in the bottom left hand corner. We have his opponent. We have a South Korean Terran representing himself, the ESL Master Summer runner-up. It is GuMiho. Oh boy. Once again, herO scouring the map right now, looking for those proxies, for the Raxes. Raxes that, again, they only exist in his mind. But he needs to make sure that that's the case. He needs to make sure that his fantasy isn't a reality. As he does check, confirm, and is going for his probe scout. Back at home, GuMiho is going for a fake proxy. He throws down his Rax, but over on the left-hand side, the initial probe scout is going to miss it, and alarm bells may flare, but herO should check the main base. He should be able to confirm what exactly is going on. He does dive in, and he does get eyes on that Rax. So nothing too crazy. He does confirm the single gas opener as well. Should be a Rax expand, and herO should be looking to delay that CC, or at least confirm what's going on as... Ooh, we have a CC on the high ground. Okay. I see. So GuMiho doesn't want to get delayed. He doesn't want to risk anything here with his placement of the CC. He's going to be respecting his opponent quite a bit, and just opting for an economic but also very safe opener. Very safe. Do love to see it. Behind this, herO just setting up his gate expand. Nothing too crazy. Likewise, very economic, as we expect. And we're here on Ancient Cistern. We could take this moment to talk about the map a little bit. It is one of the larger maps in the map. Well, second largest, of course. Second only to altitude. Because of that, it can lead towards more macro-oriented games. Can lead towards more longer late-game scenarios as well. I say can because, especially in this matchup, that's not really too applicable. Sure, there are a lot of bases to be taken, and you can definitely sometimes be spread a little bit thin as a result, but that won't stop herO from going for, say, an aggressive 4-gate Blink Stalker opener. Like, we have a lot of different leeway, a lot of different ways into the main base. The entryway is quite large, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's what herO goes for. We do have a Blink on the way, but there is no gateway explosion. Only a single gateway here for herO. Second gate is thrown down, but it looks like herO is going to be setting up for a third. So 2-gate opener into a third base makes plenty of sense. Terran player can have a hard time, being very overly aggressive in the early game. on Ancient. As GuMiho is looking for that scout, Reaper runs into the Adept but does back off, confirms that there's no third base here at the linear third location, and should be rotating over towards the triangular third from here as well. GuMiho still not exactly going or pulling the trigger or going for anything too decisive. There we go, we do have the third gate on the way alongside the Robo. So herO is setting up for a 3-gate blink. Is going to shut down the initial Reaper. And 3-gate blink is fairly aggressive. You can vie for map control. You can, of course, pressure your opponents. But this isn't committed. Like, we shouldn't be seeing like massive warp ins. We shouldn't be seeing herO dive too far into the main base. Oh, but GuMiho doesn't know what's going on. He didn't see the tech. He didn't see the Stargate or the Twilight Council. So he's going for a Viking and a Cyclone first. He's getting ready for Phoenixes. Oh, but here we go. The Mind Drop comes in. Oh, and it looks like Mind Shots won't be going off. One probe goes down and up. Oof. Blinks just in time. Very nicely done. It does avoid disaster. Only one probe goes down. As the Stalkers have been scouted, have been confirmed, and GuMiho is getting ready. We have a bunker on the way. We have tanks in production as well. GuMiho trying to set himself up to defend against those Blink Stalkers. Doesn't have the best tank counts, but he's got one tank to his name and it's in position. It's where it needs to be. Oh, as the Blink control here so far from herO is on point. We avert disaster. The Stalkers do survive. We're going to be rotating over towards the main base. He knows that the tank is at the ramp, but because the entryway into the main is so large on Ancient, you can avoid the ramp entirely. We do blink into the main. They have boys are being pulled. The main base is so wide open. GuMiho has to take this seriously. With that, 3 SCVs go down. GuMiho does hold on for the time being. herO, he can rotate over towards the natural, or he can just bounce back into the main. As we now have a second tank covering said main base. Observer does spot the tank on the ramp. Adepts do come into the shade. They do dive into the natural base. At the same time, herO blinks into the main. There is a tank in position, so herO won't be able to go on any further. He just takes down that depot and takes the third base behind this. We were talking about it earlier. He dives in. He gets the tank. Very good pick off here from herO. I was about to say that because it was a 3-gate blink opener, again, herO isn't looking to deal critical damage. He isn't looking to end the game. He is looking to contain his opponent, to trade well and keep GuMiho back at home. That's exactly what he's doing while he expands, while he techs up. Storm on the way. Charge. +1 armor for those charge lots as well. Oof. Bit of an overextension. 2 Stalkers will go down here for herO. Nicely done by GuMiho. With that, herO is going to be backing off. Is going to be giving GuMiho some time. Some breathing room, definitely, so he can establish himself. We have Stim on the way. Combat Shields +1. All the upgrades for the Terran soon to be kicking in. And herO, with this contain, he's just getting map control. There we go. Pylons are thrown down all over the place. The ring of pylons is real. Probes are out on the map. Observers. herO almost playing with map hacks at this point. Just has vision everywhere. I mean, he is most vulnerable to drop play at the moment. Like, drops would completely catch him off guard. So herO does want to get done dirty by that. Wants to try to keep up with his opponent. As GuMiho is now finally pushing out, finally breaking free from his shackles, from his chains, from his 2-base play. He has a third base behind this. He's about to finish up. So it's not like GuMiho's all in. No, he's just pushing forward so he can establish his natural. Natural is arriving. Meanwhile, back at home, herO's been able to get his third base nicely up and running. We should be seeing our 4th base soon as well, especially now that GuMiho's getting his 3rd. We have Immortal production. We have Storm. We do have Storm finishing up here for herO as well. For those wanting, Storm is a bit of a faster transition point here for herO, so he's able to get into that very quickly. just to be safe against the aggression of GuMiho. And now he's going to be diversifying his splash damage even more with the Robotics Bay. With Colossus. So yeah, hero's just chilling. Just macroing. At the start of the game, we were talking about how Ancient Cistern does lead towards more macro-oriented play, and that's exactly what we're getting here and now. I wasn't sold on what I was saying either. I was like, just because it does favor macro doesn't mean that, like, you know, both players have to be passive. But and they weren't, to be fair. Like, herO, he was being quite active initially, you know, picking off tanks, picking off a couple of units here and there. But after the early game aggression, things are settling down quite a bit, and yeah, GuMiho's getting into his fort. Or he's working towards it. Just saturating his third as we speak, getting his tower up and running. We have turrets as well. Not exactly turtling, we're just securing. No turtle yet, not yet. Not soon though. So. Oh. As we do have GuMiho pushing out, just vying for that map control. Back at home, herO mustering up his forces. There's that fourth base on the way. Uncontested. herO maintaining his economic lead. Likewise, GuMiho going towards his own force. So yeah, both players just really respecting each other quite a bit. That could all change here and now. Oh boy. Oh no! Oh my god. There's High Templar in there, I was just about to say. I was about to hype up a storm drop and then the mine shot goes off. Oh, that could have been disastrous for herO. That was already disastrous. I mean, that prism is limping along. GuMiho pushing on out. Gaining some of that map control, fighting back against herO. There are mines all over the place. herO has to be very careful with that prism. The prism is now one shot from going down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! No! Not like this! Jesus Christ. There are High Templar in there, Papi. There are High Templar. There we go. Oh my god. The prism does go down. One storm barely connects. Not even the second storm. Oh my god! Is looking that much better as GuMiho takes it all to the face. A good chunk of Marines go down. And herO continues with his push. Now, unfortunately, herO doesn't have detection. So these mines are about to reset. They're about to get a couple of other shots off, and they could do a lot of damage. So. Yeah, there we go. They do go off on that disruptor. Oh, another big storm connects with the ghosts. As herO forces his way up the ramp. We do have a feedback on the Raven. Another storm, another two storms on the main army. Disables do get thrown down on the Colossi, but we have a disruptor. We have two disruptors. Bear that in mind. Up. Mine shot not quite going to be going off. There is now an observer with the main army. The arrival of said observer, herO, he can now chip away at these mines a little bit easier. Viking pushing forward. It looks like the Vikings were trying to snipe that observer, but alas, observer was out of range. Vikings couldn't quite dive on it. So we're rotating towards the south instead. Get a big EMP onto those Immortals. Disruptor still zoning away the army. Another big EMP on the Disruptors as well. Let's go off a good connection on those Marauders. Very juicy. But likewise, herO is still being forced back. GuMiho has been fighting quite well overall. His EMPs have been on point, but he hasn't had the opportunity to just dive on in. He wants to. Oh my god, as the mine shot goes off, taking down two of those Disruptors. Oh, where's the detection, Papi? Oh god. That was insane. I mean, the Disruptors were softened up earlier because of the EMPs, but very well done here by GuMiho, having the foresight to set up those mines. You can see herO continuing to expand. He has a very powerful economy behind this, but that may not matter. If he does take too bad of a fight, then things can snowball out of control in favor of GuMiho. Pressure is still on herO. More Novas go off. That's all 4 Novas on cooldown, but we have 2 more joining the fray. So herO still has plenty more in the chamber. Dark Shrine in production. Oh my god, we have a massive Zealot Rabbi, but the army's in position. The EMPs do connect, and herO has the backup. He has to respect that. Rotates around instead. Nova goes off. We'll connect with at least the mines. Again, herO, he's looking for a way. Another mine shot! Oh my god, these mines, they've been doing so well here for GuMiho throughout the course of this entire game. So damn well. And oh my god. Yeah, once again the mines continue to go off. Once again there is no observer with the main army, so they could reset, they could come into play later on, but we have so many disruptors here for herO. Does focus down that CC. Oh my god, takes another mine to the face. Always to the face. There we go. Finally gonna get cleaned up. herO does see the army. Oh, the scan misses the observer. Feels bad, man. herO wants to dive on this. Blinks on forward. Almost takes down one of his medevacs. He's going for the army instead. Ooh. Nervous going off again, getting pretty damn good connections. And I'm worried here for GuMiho because look at the economy. Like herO, he is expanding like a madman. He's like a Zerg player. He's expanding like crazy behind this. It's absolutely insane. Rotating around, just making sure this base doesn't get up and running. Once again, zoning away his opponent. Zealot Rama is doing a little bit of damage. Disruptor's going to be looting to maybe take down that tower if possible. Sensor tower, I mean. Oh my god. As we have a massive DT counterattack. Oh my, what is this, 2021? As the DTs, they take down the Planetary. They take down 22 SCVs, and that may have just been all that herO needed. GuMiho, his economy now taking a massive blow. Now, to be fair, GuMiho has a supermaxed army. What does the term supermaxed mean? Well, it means that GuMiho is at 200 supply with a low worker count. He only has 45 SCVs. That means that he has straight up a massive, a much larger army compared to herO. He can take a better fight. herO has to be very careful with how he engages. Outside taking a lot of hits. Disruptor zoning away the army. Well, the DTs have returned. Meanwhile, GuMiho, he wants to try to hunt this down, and here we go. He comes in from behind. Oh, he wants to dive on this so desperately. He knows he has the army advantage. He wants to make use of it, but he just can't. Oh no, the flanking DTs. The DTs are upon us. The army chasing GuMiho down. Oh my god, Nova's going to be going up, but the target firing is insane. Ooh, it's not going to be enough though. 3 Novas will connect, and that may be the only Novas that herO did need. GG gets called, and herO takes game number 2, tying up the series 1-1. GG. Doing such an amazing job at containing his opponent. Here. To those 4 bases for as long as possible, getting a massive economic advantage. An insane lead. Oh. As we get into the ace match. All right. Sorry, it's just setting up the lobby. That's why I couldn't quite focus on things. But yeah, very solid game there out of herO. Just so much map control. Ooh. off of that initial 3-gate Blinkstalker opener. He was able to just keep GuMiho on the back foot, keep him contained, and herO just mass expanded behind that. What did he have, like 7, 8 bases? My god. He was so rich, he had an insane economy. And he was able to take game 2, and now we have an ace match. Now we're going all the way to game number 3. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Gressman, we have the South Korean Protoss player representing DragonKy Gaming. It is herO. And spawning in the top left hand corner of Gressman, we have his opponent. We have the South Korean Terran player representing himself, the ESL Masters Summer runner up. It is GuMiho. Got herO even whipping out the mass DT run-bys, which again is something we don't see too often anymore. For those wondering, it was nerfed. There was a patch quite some time ago now, within the past year, that did cripple the, I say cripple, it did nerf the DTs overall, did make it so that after the blink of the DT, after the Shadow Stride, there was a little bit more time in between the blink and the first attack, which does give more time to the Terran, for the Terran to respond and repair and surround that planetary. After that, like again, DT run-bys kind of fell off and fell out of favor, but great to see herO bring it back. As herO is doing herO things, and he's setting up for a proxy Stargate. So I brought this up in game 2 of Jeshi versus GuMiho. When Jeshi was going for the proxy Stargate, I called it very herO-esque. herO does this very often in PvTs, going for proxy, oracle, and adept harass. I'm assuming that's what this is going to be, but well, we'll see. We'll see if herO does mix things up. Tis definitely possible. Oh, there it is. There's that Stargate. Adept is on the way as well. So this is the bread and butter of herO. In a lot of matchups, he does this. He does variations of this against Protoss in PvP and against Zerg in PvZ. Against Zerg, it's not proxied. It's just straight up Oracle openers. And herO, arguably, he has the best Oracle Adept micro in the world. I say micro, just his ability to go for the multi-prong harassment, to find damage, to control, preserve his units. It's out of this world, and we've seen herO win games, straight up just win games off of the back of this. Even though this is designed just to deal some economic damage and not designed to end the game. As the first Oracle's on the way, the Adept is making its way across the map as well. This was a Rax expand from GuMiho, so the CC should be able to get up and running in time. Adept will not make it here, as the CC will complete. Adept does come into the shade at the same time. Oh, the Reaper does come across the proxy. The jig is up. GuMiho knows what's going on. He should be getting ready for this. Marines are getting in position. The Adept is going to get supported by that Oracle, and vanilla Marines are not that powerful. The Marines are going to get targeted down. But we got the Adept, and that's what's important. With the death of that Adept, this is going to run out of steam. There isn't too much more longevity left here in this Oracle harass. We get 2 SCVs as well as 4 Marines. Not really the damage that herO was looking for. So the power of this opener, by the way, is if herO saved the Adept. Like, if the Adept survived and if the Oracle killed all the Marines, then the Adept actually gets out of control. Like, things get really out of hand. As the second Oracle shows up, Adept stuck here at the wall. Oh, the friendly fire! Oh my god, that was intentional, by the way. herO, he gets so much damage done on these Oracles because of the mine. Not like this, Papi, not like this. 9 more SCVs go down. At the same time, there's 1 Hellion across the map, but it's only a single Hellion. Oof. As GuMiho is trying to save whatever he can. Mule goes down as well. And finally, herO is going to back off, but he has an economic lead. He is able to, stay ahead on the worker count. I say that he doesn't have his natural up and running yet, so he's not in an amazing position. He probably did enough damage to just slightly get ahead. Actually, he does have 2 oracles. To be fair, he made a 3rd oracle. So with these with these 2 Oracles, he can still get even more damage done, and that's exactly what he's looking for. There are no Marines from earlier left alive. He adapts Dushade into the mineral line. Viking doing what he can. A good focus firing on the weakened Adept. Oh my god, and we're even going to be forcing a repair. Adepts Dushade the hell out of there. With these Vikings, the Oracles, they have very limited potential. They can still one-shot workers, but again, Vikings should shut them down. So here is going to be a little bit more conservative. Oh, as I say that, he dives in just to tag the production. Gets eyes on the 3-1-1. Pretty standard setup here from the Terran. And herO looking to set up a 3rd base. Have a Templar Archives on the way. Charge as well for Charge of Archon. I believe we are skipping Blink. Yep. Blink is being skipped. The Vikings are just trying to keep up here with the movements of these Oracles. But for the most part, I say they miss them. They did miss the Oracles, but these Vikings, they can do more than just hunt down Oracles. They can go for a landed Viking harass. Oh, we do have mines diving into the main base as well. The first mine shell goes off. The second one as well. Oh, they're retargeting. Oh, no. Oh, my God. There we go. Mine shell does end up getting triggered there. GuMiho trying to be a little bit cheeky, trying to wait for the probes to come back, but no, they do get cleaned up. Meanwhile, the Vikings did back off. They're not going to be going for any additional harass. And things are going to be settling down from here. We have to take this moment to kind of take stock on what's been going on as... Oh my god. Another mine. A 3rd mine just got dropped off here in the main base. 7 probes go down. herO losing a little bit too much. He's forced into a counterattack. He's forced to do some kind of damage across the map. Oof. He runs into the Vikings. There's a tank supported by a bunker, supported by a wall. Can anything be done about it? Storm is about to finish up in a couple of seconds. Storm can maybe make something happen here. It's going to be difficult as the tanks do unsiege and we are moving out. Here we go. 3, 4 tanks now on the low ground. Yeah, we can't quite get any closer. We will have to respect this position. Oh! Yeah, we do have another storm in the chamber as well. The Vikings going to be landing. They try to get a surround on these High Templar. Oh, herO, he's playing with fire right now. He's running out of units. He's got the bare minimum here to stand up to the Terran. Ooh, feedbacks are thrown down because what else can we do? We have Archons on the way. herO barely maintains his position. Didn't lose too much. Did lose all of his Oracles though, and the tanks move forward. Oh my god, and it looks like we're diving on top of the tanks. He's crazy. We barely have enough. We get 1 tank. We're gonna get a second. Can we get a 3rd? The splash damage is real. herO making so much happen with barely anything. He gets it. He gets all 4 tanks. Oh my god. How? He didn't just get 4 tanks. He cleaned up the ground army. He got 6 SCVs. Jesus, that was on a knife's edge. That was wild. Literally 1 second too late and the tank volleys would have gone off and the Archons would be dead. God, but again, the confidence from herO really changed everything there. And here we go. GuMiho's going for a counter drop again. He knows he needs to do some damage across the map. Tank will siege up here on the low ground. We have Marines on the high ground as well. The High Templar, well, maybe even overextending, pushing on forward here. The tanks up. Oh, they get 1 High Templar. Very high value pick off. Templar Archives is under threat as well. The overcharge is out of range. And GuMiho gets it. No more High Templar. No more Storm. No more Archons as well. Again, that is going to have to be rebuilt. Oh. as herO is attempting to stabilize, but he needs to throw down some kind of tech. Either another Templar Archives or a Robotics Bay for Colossus. Like, he needs splash damage of some kind. If not, he's crazy. And there we go. Templar Archives is thrown down alongside a 4th base. So herO is teching and transitioning at the same time. Or teching and focusing on his economy. GuMiho hasn't been able to take his 3rd base yet. He's trying to. Oh my god, another 2 juicy storms, but the Liberators are in position and we don't have an answer for them. Ay, ay, ay. We're going to try and focus down at least 1, but we can't get the 2nd. herO is forced back. Very, very tidy micro, though, out of herO with the juggling. As Blink is now done, and hero's going to try and dive into the main. Oh, there is a turret in position. Oh, no! herO, he's stuck. There's no way out. There's no way to recall either. Another turret is in position. The prism falls. GuMiho now, nothing is keeping him back home. He scans, and with that scan, he sees the Zealot run by. Sees it coming ahead of time. He's going to be able to intercept. herO, of course, needs to try to force the Terran army to turn around. But alas, he runs into the reinforcements. There are mines here to defend as well. Mine shot's going to be going off. Zealots get cleaned up, and now GuMiho has a massive advantage. He has a massive lead. He's waiting for his reinforcements. He's got Ghosts, he's got EMPs. Goes for a scan, sees the 4th. How many High Templar? 8. Ooh. So the thing that's keeping herO in this game, that's keeping him alive, are the storms. If these High Templar do not connect with their storms, if they miss, if they get EMP'd, if they get sniped, if they get focused down, that may just be it. As already... Oh, never mind. The High Templar survives. Okay. Alright. Good start. As the mine drop comes in. Oh my god, no! Ooh. Massive mine shots go off. We reacted a little bit too late. 16 probes go down. Oh. herO was hoping he would at least have an economic lead, but no, he doesn't even have that. The buy-in. Don't connect with the High Templar. It's going to connect with the High Templar. God, God, no! Not like this. Another High Templar goes down. We still have a lot of storms left in the chamber, though. herO can still make this work. Oh my god, another High Templar. I think that was a Stalker, actually. But regardless, the mine shots are crazy. Ay, ay, ay. herO struggling to make this work. Can he pull it off? Turret does go down. Oh, and there we go. The storms do land here onto the main army, on the Marines and Marauders on left and right hand side. Is it going to be enough though? Because we have run out of storms. The boys are being pulled. EMPs are clutch. And GuMiho is holding. GuMiho is surviving. He loses 10 SCVs, but he gets the Archons. And has he done it? That's the question. I mean, GuMiho has a massive army lead. He straight up has a larger army. herO has a better economy. herO has a higher worker count. If this game is allowed to go on, herO can stabilize. And these Stalkers, oh my god, they get EMP'd. The Stalkers, though, they're doing a good job at just keeping the attention of GuMiho here on the bottom left-hand corner of the map. We force a recall. 2 Stalkers go down. But GuMiho is still at home. He is still at home, and this is just allowing herO to probe. He's getting into double disruptor production. The Robotics Bay is done. A couple more gateways being thrown down. 5th on the way as well. Oh boy, herO is still in this. He's digging in his fingers. He refuses to let go. I'm staying. Not like this. But this is still really close. Like, even though GuMiho is maybe missing a window or maybe missing an opportunity, like, he still has a supply lead. He's at least getting his 4th up and running, getting it saturated, working on 2-2, getting more ghosts. His macro is still very solid as well. Oh, as we have 2 High Templar in that prism. Up! Up! Oh, we don't go for it yet. We're looking for it. We're waiting for it. herO, he pushes into that third base once again. The High Templar are exposed. The EMPs are real, and oh, both High Templar will go down. Expensive loss here for herO. At the same time, it looks like there was a drop across the map. Didn't get too much done. We did actually get a good amount of SCVs, though. 15. Not too bad. I think that was just the Zealots, by the way. My god. As herO is still looking for a way in. Another High Templar is exposed. Up! Up! Oof. Big storm on those Marines. At the same time, another Zealot run by. We're pushing on through. This time we have 3 Disruptors with the main army. Storms once again, giving herO so much time, and herO saves those High Templar. Gets into middle line. Every single SCV is going to be going down. herO getting out of control. Forced to recall? Oof. Good storms, though, and hey, he saves his Disruptors. Only 1 Disruptor went down. Oh my god. Jesus, there were so many Disruptors there. There's still a Disruptor, to be fair. I will reset, but thankfully it's only 1. herO does attempt to trade with the army. Once again, zoning away with their storms. Force them more into those Archons. herO trying to bypass the army. This is very risky. He's exposing his own Disruptors. He's looking for a shot. Ooh. First Nova will not connect. The second 2 don't connect either. But he does throw them out. And herO, he cleans up this army. Earlier, GuMiho was doing so well for himself, but herO has pulled it back. He's got a 5-base economy up and running. Has a good worker count, and I can't say the same for GuMiho. He's been losing far too many workers, far too much of his economy. He moves in for one last-ditch effort. At the same time, a massive counterattack as well. GG gets called, and herO does it. He fights back, taking the series 2-1, advancing on to a qualifying match. GG, very well played. Oh my god. And with that, herO advances on to face off against his old teammate, Ragnarok. Oh. GG.